Is it possible to predict the ups and downs in stock market? That's a high stake question. Whether you believe it or not, using financial astrology, I had been predicting the stock markets in the past and also for the year 2022. So, this video is made for predicting 2022, I mean the upcoming stock market downfall set to happen during this year. But before I get into 2022 prediction, I want you to know that using financial astrology, I had also predicted the 2019-2020 stock market downfall with my clients' close circle over a private group. You are seeing that in the screen right now. Later, by recognizing the 2021 ups and downs, I gave a month on month stock market situation, which you are also seeing on the screens right now. As you can see, I had given September 2021 downtrend. You can also see those links on my Facebook page, for which I am sharing the exact links in the description section of this video. As you listen through this video, you will recognize that all my predictions made in this video are done using Vedic astrology, which is supported by the planetary data. As a financial astrologer, I analyze the planetary data and make observations before creating a hypothesis. Once I made my hypothesis, I also backtest it with the past data to see if the similar situation happened before, along with what the Vedic astrology suggests in all such kind of cases. With all those analysis and my last 10 years of astrology research, that enables me to tell now, yes, stock markets are predictable, and it is no exaggeration to say that I have tested the specific planetary data with my own financial astrology framework against every past international stock market situations since 1900s. As I used to mention in my financial astrology training classes, there are planets who create plans. There are planets who execute that plan. There are planets who supervise those execution. And there are also planets who create hindrances to the plan by delaying, disturbing, and disrupting the ways of execution. Financial astrology as a profession researches the financial markets and predict how the planetary agenda is going to move ahead in the field of the business. And that makes me a financial astrologer to answer the high stake question whether stock market is predictable or not. Now coming to 2022 prediction. I am recording this video on 14th Jan 2022. The winter solstice was on 21st December last year, when the upward move started exactly. My prediction is that by 20th March 2022, the date of vernal equinox and later is when the downtrend will start. If you refer to my 2021 month-on-month prediction, the downward trend of September started becoming volatile in the upcoming months when the downfall went till 20th December 2021, which is the solstice of the year, before the index started rising. This current rise, which is currently happening, will also be volatile and will go until March 2022. After 20th March 2022, mainly during April 2022, we can see the start of the downtrend. This downtrend is going to be a very tricky event. This downtrend will not only happen in India, but will be evident across the global stock markets. Beyond March April, we will also see more downtrends coming up in this year. So basically, 2022 is a year of bear markets, which I had been saying across 2021 to my clients and in my Facebook page. In fact, the 2022 prediction that you saw in the previous slide was already been shared in my FB last year itself. Like I mentioned before, it is not just in March 2022, we will see more in 2022 and also in the upcoming years. Now, I will technically explain why I am saying there is a downfall during 2022. The Jupiter and Saturn, which are considered to be the business planets, takes 20 years to meet in the same zodiac sign and in the same degree that happened in December 2020. Jupiter and Saturn, which govern the global business and industry conditions, which met in December 2020, is going to bring transformation and absolute disturbance and disruptions to the earth. This during this year 2022 is also being influenced by the extra Saturnine planets called as Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. A similar downfall because of Jupiter and Saturn conjunction happened 20 years before when Y2K and United States IPO boom came to an end. Now this IPO boom is happening in India within 1 to 2 years of this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. The global markets would see a good low after a rise. But to know specifically which month that event is going to occur after this 1 to 2 years of time, I had looked at the rest of the planets such as Sun, Rahu, Mars, and many more planets who execute the downfall scenario plan. To just explain when the planet Sun would contribute to this is when Sun enters into Capricorn. That is 14th Jan 2022. In India, when Sun enters Capricorn, we call it as Magar Sankranti, the harvesting time cycle for India. From then, rest of the planets will start its work towards the business, disruptions. So in the coming months, many industries that gave extreme returns in during the year 2020 and 2021 will start falling and will wipe out all the profits in 2022 and the coming years. The major downtrends will be contributed by the electric vehicle theme, IPOs, and the cryptocurrencies. They are going to wipe out the money of common public, creating a lot of disturbances. So it's a time for you to be cautious in 2022. Of late, few of my clients who consulted me in the past for financial astrology had shared their profitability screenshots that I am showing up here with their permissions. The portfolio which you are seeing in the screen belongs to an automobile engineer, a person from an automobile industry whose horoscope was suggested to invest in power, logistic, electric vehicles, and real estate sectors on certain specific dates, which I started giving from November 2019, where he started opening his, the account with some stockbroker. Here is another recommendation which I have given for an IT professional who is more into who has already been into real estates. He has put a lot of his investment into real estate, and he was trying to understand, what is the benefitable things I can enter into. He is known to me, starting, for almost 6 to 8 years now. So his horoscope was suggested to go more with mutual funds along with others, not stock market. So in his venture into mutual funds, some of the recommended mutual fund schemes are here, out of which He's whatever he started since 2016, and the ones which I have recommended are all circled here, which you can see that uh, the number of days versus the annual uh, compounded annual growth for what he has been receiving. So this is how we can use astrology to see a very high level of when the downtrend, when the upward movements will be happening in the financial markets. It can be in the stock market, it can be in the bond markets, debt and gold, silver, and all these commodities and all these perspectives. Based upon that, we can take a decision. Also, we can look into the individual horoscopes to see whether it really makes sense for the person to enter into these kind of fields or not. Um, there are candidates whom we suggest to enter into insurance fields, bond markets. Don't enter into stock market or mutual funds, but only into gold, silver, and real estates only, and all these kind of scenarios based upon the individual's horoscope it plays. So that's from my side on the updates on the financial astrology and for the year 2022. Uh, Thank you, and stay cautious in where you put your hard earned money. And if you wish to get my astrological updates, which is freely available, do follow my Facebook page where I give regular planetary predictions. Um, they can be useful to you, and beyond that, if you feel that you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me. Yeah, thank you.